What is up, everyone? I have completely lost track of time. I kind of zoned in on a little video that I'm making. So I'll give some context to that real quick. First off, hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. We have so much to talk about tonight. That's why we're doing this first part about Russ here, and then we are going to touch base on the amazing road ramp that happened 2 nights ago. I mean, that was my favorite live I think I have ever seen. Um, Brandon, if you are here and watching, I just sent you a link. Um, so some context to what I was talking about. And once I start playing the videos, I'll start figuring out how to get my camera and that on because I have everything taken apart. But a couple days after Trans World, I want to say it was maybe a week after Trans World, the girl that is talking to Russ, we started a conversation with her privately, and we got her to do a recorded Zoom call with me and Brandon. And I told her at the end of the Zoom call that I had no plan on releasing the conversation or anything that was said as long as she didn't specifically come at us. Well, the live that we're going to watch tonight, I don't have the chat on there. I just have the actual video. But, she brought us up. She didn't say nothing terrible, but she still brought us up when wasn't trying to, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of answered questions that we've been trying to get in this conversation. So originally I was going to show some clips here tonight of it, some audio, but now I'm like, I got to render that out. I don't know if I have time to do that. And I don't think I can just share audio. So, either way, they'll be coming soon. I guess I'll make it more of a premiere video where I can talk in between and cuts, and it'll play its entirety of it. She definitely takes a side on things that even when admitting are wrong, to take the side of somebody, it's kind of scary. And other times I think she's also just listening to what he's telling her, because it seemed like maybe the whole truth wasn't there for her. So anyways, that's coming. So yeah, I guess you should have kept your mouth shut and not commented about us in Russ's little video that we're going to watch tonight. So, without further ado, the first half of this is going to be a live that Russ actually took down right after, and for good reason. For good reason, because some of the stuff said in this, we get the joking part where he goes, "Oh, I torture people." We know that's his sarcasm saying that, even though he does that whole joking but omitting thing at the same time, where he says it sarcastically, but yes, he has done that stuff. So we're going to watch that. Maybe when I do the video with the conversation, I can intercut parts of this video as well, because this video that we're about to watch right now, there's a lot of wow moments, real true colors. You see the hate. You see him go at somebody that he doesn't even know in chat that is a hater, and they came off aggressive, but he went very, and I don't know if he went transphobic, homophobic. He goes all over the place with it. So let's start this wonderful video. This happened on 3/22.
Hey! Come on in. See who's hanging around, if anybody.
Just hanging around.
I doubt it. It's a Friday morning.
So
I'm pretty sure everybody's at work like you're supposed to be.
He is with somebody. I'm only going to assume. Oh, well, what am I doing? What am I doing, guys? Oh my. Fuck my life. So he is with somebody in the car. I only assume it's the girl that it's going around, the one from Trans World. Yeah. Brienne, I'm trying. I'm assuming it's the girl from Trans World with him because he mentions her name and you'll see he'll glance over and kind of smile at the passenger seat.
I'm playing hooky like I'm supposed to be.
Don't work.
Come on around. Let's see who's there. I thought it was super weird. Yeah, that's just something you don't mess around with. That's just so rude.
Let's see what was rude.
John's watching.
Patrick, that's good.
Jennifer says, I'm just a person from where? Ocala, Florida, who gets frustrated with all the hate you receive. Well, thank you, Jennifer.
Well, Jennifer.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Just kissing your ass.
Did you see that latest little TikTok I made about Reckless Ben?
We will be covering that the second half of this live.
Those idiots, right? And I'm making a lot more, so stay tuned.
Oh.
I'm in the mood. I've been real quiet about those idiots, but I'm going to start being more verbal.
So he hasn't been real quiet. He does lives and then immediately deletes them. He has not been quiet at all.
Somebody recommended I do that, so okay, I'll listen to that person.
Okay, did we see the eye? He did his little crackhead like scratch at his hair, and then he turned and looked at the person next to him because she's the one that told him to.
Patrick says, hey, at least you didn't call me Patricia this time. I know, sorry. My eyes are brighter. I can see a little bit better. Patrick.
He doesn't even watch the road.
Like 4 or 5 watching, 4 on there. Crazy. I'm just stepping in for a minute and keep company. Jennifer says, Ocala? Where is Ocala at?
Like,
where's that at?
Seriously, this video alone with him driving.
A recent video of him. He didn't get the what? Didn't get the skit.
So they're talking about the video that we're going to watch tonight about Ben.
Yeah, that's just something you don't mess around with. That's just so rude to do that to the Bible.
He's referring to Ben having the Bible on his crotch.
Takes a special individual to do that.
Takes a special individual to, torture people. I mean, he tied his girlfriend to the back of his truck with a chain and dragged her like he did Rhett. Now, they didn't go over gravel, but it tore up her ankle and it bruised up her back real bad. So, yeah, special type of individual, just like yourself, Russ.
Jennifer says south of Gainesville. Gotcha. West Orlando. Johnny Miller. What's up, Johnny Miller? I'm going to the movies like I do. It's Friday.
Cares about God.
I have my 3 tickets back.
This cheap motherfucker.
I went last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to the movies, right? So I used my 3 free tickets. So
use my 3 free tickets. So now we gotta get 3 more people. This guy's so fucking cheap. You know he goes to the dollar store and gets all the candy and like loads up his pockets. That bothers me. I know a lot of people do it, but him doing it bothers me.
So. Eric Cooper, next tour, waiting for you, Eric.
We're off the road 80% of the time.
I got a friend out here, but they're afraid to take the tour.
Kissing God's ass. Okay, there again.
So we could have a tour like this weekend.
He said, I got a friend out here, but they're afraid to take a tour, and he looks again at the passenger seat. Remember, this is a mirror image, so it looks like he's in the passenger seat, but he's driving. They're right next to him.
I know this person, but they refuse because they're like chicken. What's up, Daniel? I'm seeing, Johnny, a movie called, I don't know the name of it, I forget. Something about the devil. I don't like devil movies, but this got really good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Got a 96. And so it's a horror flick, but it got big scores.
Like,
so I'm going into it not knowing anything about it.
So people came at him before about how he doesn't watch the road at all and just stares at his phone the whole time. And he tries to say that because it's hands-free, he's not doing anything wrong. But this looks like really like distracted driving. So, I mean, this video's up. If anybody thinks that it should go to the local police, you can copy this YouTube channel and send it right there.
Except it got a 96, which is, 100 as high as you can go on Rotten Tomatoes, right? So, must be pretty good. Oh. Hey, I'm back. Sorry.
Can't stream while driving.
Kyle, what's up, Kyle? Watching, okay. Jennifer, can you tell us
100%.
about
if he ever
what the intent was
causes an accident, he is
video
fucked.
he made? I don't know. I don't know. Clearly.
So, person asked about the intent of the video Ben made.
Just really.
Now, what Russ showed was a video he made, right? How it all went down was at one point, Ben did some photo shoot with Lydia, and that's where we see the Bible on the crotch picture, right? It was unrelated to the rest of this. However, when Lydia went onto that Red Pill channel, which this channel is a huge red pill, like that it's just misogynistic. They talk down to women. They degrade women through this whole thing. And so Lydia went in there to troll them on that. And they knew about this photo and they brought it up. Russ then edited the clips together and made his own version of this story.
Disrespectful to the Bible and stuff, and that's not cool with me. And the woman, Lydia, is part of his team. You got
Lydia
Danny Burke,
is one of the sweetest people I've
Nathan,
ever met.
And what's that other guy's name? Jackass Justin. No.
He remembered Jackass and thought of Justin. I fucking love that. He's trying to think of Jackson's name, but he's old. He's old and senile, and this is the man that will put you in a hole and waterboard you.
What was his name? A few of them came and took the tour, and they were all setups trying to, cause trouble at the tour. Jackson's his name. And she came out and trespassed on my property as well. All of them did. Cooper's
damn trespassers.
Oh, we got a hater in here.
Okay, this is when it gets good.
Enjoy your time, Cooper. Thank you for the support, Cooper.
So I will say this. Cooper is the person in chat. I don't know who this person is. This is the first that I've ever seen him. Now, the comments that they do say do get aggressive eventually. Right off the bat, they're just kind of calling Russ out for being Russ. It wasn't anything too bad. Now, they do get aggressive, which they're very warranted with how Russ reacts to this, because whatever Cooper did triggers Russ here in a minute to go on about a 40-minute rant.
And so, so that lady girl was on an interview, and she was so off kilter that they actually had to kick her off the interview. You didn't see that part. There was like she was apparently doing sniffing something, and
so
they blacked it out.
I don't think it was the Bible that triggered him. It was Ben
drugs or
being
whatever
naked that triggered him.
And two. So, anyways, that was a short little clip, but yeah, really, really disgraceful. But that's the kind of people they are. Is there anybody here that would do that? I don't think so. Daniel says, Cooper Lennon, why?
Daniel, his mod is in this chat. I mean, Daniel has also reached out to us because Daniel says, if there's proof of any of this stuff, please, could I have it? Because then that would change my opinion about Russ. Well, guess what, Russ? I guess the fact that your mod doesn't... got a guest. Oh, my. I'm fucking up life today.
I doubt that.
I was just talking about how Daniel reached out to us.
Yeah.
And I was just saying that Russ, who thinks he has nothing to hide, right?
Mm-hmm.
If everything is on the up and up, and these mods who back him 100% because Russ can do no wrong, then why question us? Why question if we actually have proof or not? Because if you know Russ is on the up and up, then you wouldn't even doubt it, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've covered this or not. And again, sorry I was late, but ultimately, why does Russ even give a shit? Right? Like,
Give a shit about what, us?
Yeah, I mean, because here's the deal. He seems to be on this tear, and I know we've kind of talked about this, but we're not prosecuting him, right? Like, I mean, what does he give a shit what we have and what we don't have?
Yeah, that is a big thing. Like, but I think that gets confused on both ways. Like, I think some people even think that like we're running this case. No, we're not.
No.
We're just being very vocal about it and trying to, hopefully he sees jail. We're just making it uncomfortable until he goes there.
Yeah, and deservedly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have to expose what he's done in the attempts to prevent what he could do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So I would love, I might back off a little, Russ, if you apologize for all of this. Might. Not apologize to me. I could give a fuck about anything between me and you. Apologize to Lori B. Apologize to all the people that went through in San Diego. Apologize to Susan. Apologize to Holly. Apologize to Rhett. Own up for all that shit. Maybe I'll back off a little bit.
Well, you'll be the only one. He can go fuck himself because he owes me, quite a bit of money as it is. So I'm not backing off.
Mm-hmm.
He can apologize all he wants, but until he gives me what he owes me.
I said I might back up a little bit. I didn't say I was going away. We all know that I'm not going away.
He can go fuck himself.
Yeah, I'm never shutting up. I mean, I can't. It's a horrible trait of mine. I talked about how Shamalama, we talked to her, and then she went on this. She was in chat while she was sitting next to Russ and messaging, calling us the saddest paparazzi and things like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to show that, however, we only have the audio copy of it, and I can't share audio only.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm going to cut something together, and then it'll be good. It'll be good. We're going to play the whole thing in its entirety. People want to say, how much money does Russ owe you? $20,000.
Yeah. No, but actuality, at the very least, he could pay for fucking up my rental car. That was $770 some odd dollars.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, not counting all the shit that I bought him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, okay, I can throw that up to, those were gifts at the time because I supported him, even though fuck him now. But yeah, he straight up owes me about $775 because that's what I had to pay for whenever he got into my car without washing off all that fake blood after I told him to.
Mm-hmm.
So he can go fuck himself.
All right. So I want to play this because I want to get through where he like lashes out at this Cooper person before Boston gets up here.
Why would we? Whatever your name is, you are a nothing. Why would we go do something else, Cooper? You don't need to hang around here to get some attention, do you? I know what it is, Cooper. You're actually in love with me. I got it, Cooper, because otherwise, why would you be here?
What's with the new fake smiles and laughs? Have you noticed?
Crazy haters not going to sit and follow me unless they're obsessed with me, so that's good.
He's always...
Hey, Daniel, this is the most attention he has ever gotten.
What?
But it's like way over the top now.
Oh, yeah. It's very way over the top. No, you're good. Yeah, it's way over the top, and he has... But yeah, it's just, Cooper, you got to be in love with me. Now, this is where things start to get very offensive.
Oh, you got to let him do what he's got to do.
So he's calling Cooper a man, right?
Daniel, this guy's a huge... I know he's got a huge crush on me. I know that. Thank you, Cooper. We appreciate that. I'm not into guys, though. I'm sorry. You're going to have to do your own thing, Cooper. Go to the hate groups. They will take you in. They will take you in. Shay says, getting creepy, Cooper. Yeah. Daniel says, I know it's obvious. Gotta love the haters. That's right. I'd run this life. What? Female? Cooper says female. I'd run his life in 2 seconds.
So what? Cooper chimes in, says, I'm a female and I would ruin your life.
Cooper,
well,
you okay?
What does he mean by you can go with my haters? What is he trying to insinuate?
So Cooper did come in, saying, here you got to I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember the exact things, but they were very not hurtful. They were just like the basics. You're a fraud. You're a scam, just came in and said that stuff. Then when Russ kept calling Cooper a male, Cooper started to get upset and then starts to bring up that she is a female. And like I said, as you watch, this just goes downhill, and you can see right why Russ's lawyers probably said, remove this shit.
You need to get a name that's more obvious. I'm not going to name shame you, but you need to get a name that we know what you are.
We know what you are.
It's going so fast. Dan says, Shaylin, I see you're defending Russ in the mole account. What's the mole account?
Oh!
I know what that is.
Did Russ just read something that he shouldn't have read?
Possibly. Very possible. Have we gotten to the part where he asked for a mental evaluation from him?
No.
Okay.
So, is Shay a hater, or is Shay
a hater?
A fan?
He's pretending like he doesn't know who Shay is. Shay is in the car, fucking sitting next to him. We were told when I said, are you dating him or not? I cannot state that at this time, was the response I got. So to me, they're fucking dating.
I don't know this Shay person. Still. driving here. I don't want to look at your profile, Cooper, but quit hitting on me, Cooper. Stop flirting with me, Cooper. All right? You're not my style. Bro? Is that what you say, bro? Is that what you said?
Cooper did call Russ a bro. Said, I will wreck you, bro. However, in this scenario, now he's using against Cooper because now he's trying to call Cooper out because he keeps pretending Cooper is a man and not recognizing that Cooper is a female.
I need non-knuckleheads. If you're a knucklehead, this guy doesn't want anything to do with you. Does that make sense? Actually, People Magazine. Let me know if you have...
Cooper is like name dropping, saying, "Hey, I've been in all different things. I have family."
Females. All right, Cooper, I'm going to give you the scoop. Okay? Don't tell anybody this. I'm doing this for you.
Did he just hit a deer or something? Did you see that?
Just get off, Cooper. Man, how did you figure that out? How did you know?
Cooper asked if he gets off to torture.
I'm going to admit it right now for the first time, okay? I absolutely love, I'm just telling you this. Don't screen record this, Cooper.
Do you see how many times he's spitting?
And
like pieces of food are flying. It's so fucking gross.
Love it. There's nothing more exciting than that.
How is he not run into a wreck yet? That's what I want to know.
It just makes you feel alive and just, it's like, I can't even express words how awesome it is.
Have you seen, like, he's scratching a lot lately?
Well, he is old. Okay, we gotta keep that in mind. This dude.
So when you're old, you just scratch a lot?
Yeah, I mean that is that. Okay, look, I'm not a doctor.
Do you got like your grandpa just sits there and?
Hey, yeah, Brandon. Well, my grandmother used to scratch all the time.
Good to see you, Brandon.
You laugh, but some of the older folks, their skin dries out, and that's a thing.
My old skin's all ashy and itchy, and
I mean, look at those ears; they look like they're melting. So it's it shouldn't be that big of a surprise if he's itching and remember, he doesn't bathe.
Anxiety twitch.
He doesn't bathe, man.
Yeah,
you forget about that. He doesn't take showers or.
Dude, I keep seeing the food fling out between Tennessee Tooth is like letting loose what it's been holding on to, and it's like just. Was it Dumb and Dumber or no? It was Kingpin when he's flossing his teeth, and then like all over the mirror, there's just like food. Oh,
well. God. We're not at the fourth Thursday of the month yet, so he hasn't brushed his teeth yet. So,
and then for a female, oh my God, that's the best. Am I right? Oh, Cooper, you have got me nailed. You know exactly what's going on. I've been screen recording. Good deal. I'm so glad you're screen recording this. I'll keep going for you. So I've got actually, Cooper. Right now, as we speak, I've got 4 beautiful women in the barn. They're all tied up right now. I tortured them before I came out here in the car. They're gagged right now, so I hope the police do not go to the barn. Don't call the police, whatever you do. Okay? Because gonna be ugly. They haven't been fed for a while, so Stacey. I don't know how well they're hanging in there. But we had a 3-hour torture fest this morning, so I'm a little tired. I'm a little bit stressed. It was fun though. Oh man, Cooper, was it fun? You got no idea the craziness that went on this morning. Whoa, it was awesome. So, yeah, that's what I do, Cooper. Now, I don't tell that to many people, okay? So, You make sure you get that word out. All right? But whatever you do, I don't want anybody going into my barn. My barn is my private world. I'll do in there what I want to do. Got it? Should I?
Yeah, see that?
All right. Cooper says, you're mad. I know. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Crazy about torture. Okay. Now, Cooper, if you want to come on down and jump in there, I've got 2 more slots available in the barn. Right now, I only have 5 total, torture areas. Ew.
So, he just looked at Cooper's profile, and that was the reaction.
So, if you want to come down, Cooper, I will give you a spot. You would love my torture. I'm really good at it. You would. I may not be on your team, so to speak, if you know what I mean. But after I tortured you, you would be in love with me.
So now he's made a homophobic comment as well.
Yeah, but he keeps bringing that up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I mean, I know someone doth protest too much. I'm just saying.
You would forget everything you've ever known about anybody else, Cooper, and you would be madly in love with this guy right here. Right here. Again, you may not believe it. You may not think that you'd be interested in maybe a guy. I don't know. But this guy, you would absolutely fall head over heels about. That's what happens every time. Every time. So, Cooper,
Dear,
I am your great guy. You don't know it, but I am. Again, you can switch up sides, switch up teams all you want, but once you've been tortured by Russ, there ain't no going back. You know what I mean? All right. So I guess I should say that we're joking. I hate to say that, but am I joking?
What the fuck is
So let me say
life and
this.
driving?
For legal reasons, this little conversation that we've had, Cooper, and you can cut this part out, so, to make your video better. But for legal reasons, we're goofing and joking with you, Cooper. Or am I? Or am I? That's the thing. Am I? Was I just pulling your leg and talking nonsense? Or was it true?
He can't let it go. He can't let it go.
He's all happy and excited because he's wearing a new shirt for once. So, it's disturbing and relatively sad.
Mm-hmm. He acts almost... I don't know what that means.
Hold on, let's guess. Hold on.
Grape? Oh, grapey.
Oh.
Do you get it?
Yep.
You get it? You get it?
Mm-hmm. I get it.
The grapist.
Yeah. Yeah. If it wasn't for Boston, I still haven't seen it though.
What's for?
What is it? I like your enthusiasm, Cooper. Let's go. I know you're that little kinky little thing, aren't you?
He could not care.
I can tell. Wow, telling people to kill themselves. Really? Who said that? Did someone say to kill myself? Really, Cooper?
I don't think
that's not nice. I missed that comment. Why would you say that to?
I don't think that comment was said either.
No, but you notice that though. Sometimes he'll half read a comment and then just make up what he thinks the rest of it says. He does it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
your
that's
new friend.
Yeah.
Why would you do that, Cooper? I would never tell you such things. Why would you do that? Oh, that's not nice, Cooper. Cooper the booper. Cooper the scooper. Cooper the pooper scooper. That's what we'll call you. Cooper the pooper scooper. I like that.
He is fucking...
Well, you remember where he lives. You know, he...
He's fucking drinking that well water.
He's taking some Tennessee candy.
Yeah. That's that flick. What is it called? The flick clickety clack?
You know, and there's Amish around there. Let's not forget about that. And
Poor Amish.
Yeah, I know. Well,
he's driving, not even looking at the road. He could kill an Amish person right now.
Easily.
Amish lives matter.
Yes, they do. Indeed.
I like to make names up for people. So you're my little pooper scooper. How about that? We'll do that. All right. No, we don't do that one.
Hey, pause.
We don't like that one.
Hold on. Good. Oh, shit. I think I just rewound it to the beginning.
So there was still a question mark in my head a little bit as far as whether she was there, but you could hear her clear her throat. Like right before you started skipping forward, you could clearly hear her.
We might hear it again. I accidentally rewound to the beginning. So I put it back to where I thought it was.
Oh, okay.
Normally give this offer to people, but Cooper the Pooper Scooper, I think you would do really good here. So what you have to do, pay attention now. Don't fade out on me. Don't do drugs. Los Angeles, Cooper the Pooper Scooper.
Yes, there was.
I got a feeling that you might partake in some illegal activities. I'm only saying this based upon the things you have said today, which are kind of, you got to admit, they're kind of weird, right? So, no drugs, Cooper the Pooper Scooper. None.
Thanks, Paul. I found where we were.
That means marijuana. It is a drug. I know you're from LA and you're going to justify it. Well, it's not really a drug. It's just a weed and it's just no drugs. Okay?
No drugs.
It's a she. It's a she, Daniel.
It's a she.
It's a she.
It's a she.
It's a she, but without saying too much, you could call her a he, but it's a she. It's a she.
Wow. He is showing the true Russ. This is the one. This is the one, people, that I've been talking about that hides.
But she enjoys the other side. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. There's not. Cooper, you be you, and you love who you should love. You can love a rock, it's okay. Maybe you do love a rock. I want you to be happy, Cooper, and I want you to have a relationship with whoever you want to have a relationship with. It doesn't matter. Whatever. As long as you're not hurting anybody and doing anything weird, you just do what you want to do. You do what's good for Cooper. Okay? So anyways, Cooper, if you are serious,
tries to correct everything that he just said and realizes that this has been said out loud on his mouth, tries to say, not that there's anything wrong with that. Oh, buddy, you believe there's a lot wrong with that because you would not have referred to Cooper as it and here's the thing, like, Cooper has a female profile. There's nothing to throw suspicion into the stuff that he's saying.
Well,
so it's just him.
He's going off of the fact that this person's name is Cooper. Right? Like he's drawing a lot of conclusions based on I never looked at this person's profile before or after that, so I really have no clue what this person looks like, but
who is expressing a higher level of mania? Mania in March. Russ or Justin? Right now, March isn't over. Anyone can win after tonight because we are going to trigger both. There's nothing wrong with the name Cooper. There was nothing wrong with Cooper. I looked at the profile. It was a normal fucking profile.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the name Cooper. I just think he's trying to draw some weird conclusions because I don't even remember when he was messaging him saying anything.
And that's fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's in a relationship with a female. Cool. The fact that he is bringing this stuff up is just, it doesn't need to happen. All right.
This is what I need from you, okay? Just like I do everybody. You need to send me, and you can send it on Messenger, even though we're not friends. Maybe we'll be besties at some point in time, but you need to send me a 2-minute video talking about who you are, what you're all about, why you want to take the tour, why you think you'd be good at it, why we should select you. I get tons of people asking to take a tour. You need to sell me on why I should bring you into the Manor. That's the first thing. Cooper the Pooper Scooper. The second thing is I need a picture of your driver's license.
I wish.
You don't need to show me your address.
And just
you have to show me you're from LA, but I don't need your address. And I don't need your license number, Cooper the Pooper Scooper, but we need to know that you are really
she definitely
Cooper
is.
the Pooper Scooper. Okay? I need to know that you are really that individual. I need to have Cooper the Pooper Scooper. I need to have a current physical, sports physical from a doctor stating that you have actually recently participated in that sports physical. Needs to be a sports physical. Sports physical. I need to know you have cardio because it's not easy here, Cooper the Pooper Scooper. Okay? I need a copy of that. It needs to specifically say that you are qualified to partake in McKamey Manor. Now,
he knows how like animated he is getting more and more. Like he is either he's worried about what he said and now he's trying to become comical. Yeah, or he's showing off for Shaylin. Yeah, I really need to reach out to Cooper. Been meaning to. All right.
This next one, it's a requirement. It may be a bit tough. I need a mental evaluation on you.
Breathe.
You need to actually get somebody to write down on paper, legally, and we will check it. I just choked myself. That you are mentally cleared to partake in our little adventure. So I need a physical and mental clearance on you. I need that. All right. Are you with me, Cooper the Pooper Scooper? Hang with me. I probably lost you at the mental, right? You probably said, fuck, I can't do that. I discussed. Oh, my God. You're like, oh, yeah, I can't get that.
Russ dropped the F-bomb. Like, as even though he's smiling and acting like he is, I think he's very fucking angry.
Yeah.
But if you can't, if there's some way you actually can be physically and mentally cleared,
he just talked about
in writing by a doctor that we will check. But we're not done yet, Cooper the Pooper Scooper. There's more just for you. All right. I need proof of medical insurance, Cooper.
It's Russ's version of Zoomies.
I need proof. Just in case, because at the Manor, there's a real good chance that you're going to be hospitalized after your tour. A real good chance. Because the torture, the crazy things that happen, yeah, most likely you've heard it, you've seen it. You know what happens at the Manor, Cooper.
Yeah, so this is true. Like, Cooper has not backed down through this whole thing. Cooper is just constantly, getting one after another after another. I don't know if that was a threat.
I'm sure Russ thinks that eventually he'll go, this person will go away, and this person's not going away,
Mm-hmm.
Cooper? Scooper? You know what happens. So yes, I need to be able to take you to a hospital. Okay? Very important. Let me see. I'm easily more physically...
Sorry, guys. I do want to play that part because, yes, I do consider that
need
threat.
Proof of medical insurance. Cooper. The pooper. Scooper. I need proof. Just in case. Because at the Manor, there's a real good chance that you're going to be hospitalized after your tour. A real good chance. Because the torture, the crazy things that happen, yeah, most likely you've heard it, you've seen it. You know what happens at the Manor, Cooper. The pooper. Scooper. You know what happens. So yes, I need to be able to take you to a hospital. Okay? Very important. Let me see. I'm easily more physically and mentally charged or challenged. I'd say challenged. What do you think?
How is that not a threat? I don't even think that's a subjective threat. He literally said he's going to put this person in the hospital.
Yeah, and then called them mentally challenged.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty big.
Okay, so you need to do a background check. Oh my God, background checks, here they come. Gotta do a background check on you, Cooper the Pooper Scooper. Okay? That's very important. And here's the doozy. Here it is. You're gonna do an on-site drug test. Because all the crazy that you've been talking today makes me think that something either is mentally off with you. No offense.
Just
you can't help it.
We're
all a bit goofy. I'm goofy. Everybody's goofy. We all got our own goofiness. I'm not holding that against you. But you can't be a knucklehead coming through the door. There's a difference. We all got our own psych stuff. Nobody is perfect. I get that.
Carrie, you go in a corner and Stacy has to go in a corner. You guys, no, Carrie, no. They're so wrong. Jesus. Who wants to just see her pee?
We all got our issues. I do. Raise your hand. Of course, everybody does. But you can't be a knucklehead and not be responsible and reliable and follow directions and do all the things that need to happen to keep you as safe as you can.
Russ does not do background checks on people, remember? When I was there before, when I was helping him with stuff, no background checks were ever done on anybody. Brandon's having
while you're here.
Errors.
Is it going to be 100% safe? No. Is there torture? Yes. Are you going to have cuts and probably a broken bone? Yes. So if you can't handle one broken bone, if you can't handle getting a tooth pulled, you probably don't want to do this. But if you can, hey, it's all good. Okay, just as long as I get... What? Hold on. I'm not done yet, Cooper. Just as long as I get to wear a Christmas story. Yeah, you wear what you want to wear. We're all for that. All right.
So Cooper asked to wear the Christmas story.
What else am I missing? Daniel, what else am I missing? That's something else that she needs to send me. What else?
So Daniel, his mod, is constantly throughout this whole thing purposely referring to Cooper as a man.
I lost my train of thought. Damn. So yeah, there'll be a drug test. A drug test on site. You have to be able to pass a drug test. Okay? Don't try to fool me. People try to fool me and I catch them. Natalie, what's up, Natalie? How are you, my dear? All right. So that's what you need to do, Cooper the Pooper Scooper. And when you address yourself in your video, you need to address yourself by what? Say it with me, everybody. Cooper the Pooper Scooper. That's how you address yourself from this point on. All right, I spent way too much time on Cooper the Pooper Scooper. But I just thought, why the heck not? I am equal opportunity. I will torture anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter.
The backhanded to that. All right, you don't gotta say I would torture. I'm equal opportunity. I torture anybody, everybody. He's using it in context with all of the other comments that he's already said about Cooper to just add insult to that.
Of your, well, I'll be a nice boy. I was going to say something. I'd stop myself from saying something I probably shouldn't say. So, see, I'm learning. All right. Amy, what's going on, girl? How are you? All right, Cooper the Pooper Scooper, you know what I need. Give us that proof. We'll do it. We'll get you here for a tour. But you can't be a knucklehead. That's the thing. This is a non-knucklehead zone. And you have said some things that are pretty knucklehead-ish. You know what I mean? Is that a real word? I don't think it is. Shay says, I want to watch a... What's this? I want to watch... I can't see. I'm coming in traffic right now. Doggone it. Hold on. Cooper says... Oh, Cooper saying bitch. Whoa, why are you cussing at people? Bitch, don't... Oh, I can't see it. I missed what you said.
Cooper gets a good insult in, and Russ says, oh, the comments move too fast. He knew that Cooper was calling him a bitch, though.
Did someone make you mad? Someone's walking on the driver up there. Yep, exactly. Believe me, the Pooper Scooper couldn't make it. We don't think you can make it, Pooper Scooper. Show us wrong. Prove us wrong. Show us that you've got the mental fortitude. You know what that word means, fortitude? If you don't know what it means, let me...
Bitch, you didn't know transparency was a word. This motherfucker, he's gonna come in and say, do you know what fortitude is? This fucking guy didn't even know transparency was a word.
Just ask Russ to spell fortitude. How about that?
F-O-A-tude.
Number 2.
Number 4 and a 2. Fortitude.
Squiggly sign.
You know, I'll explain. If I'm talking too fast for you, Cooper the Pooper Scooper, I will slow down and explain every word that I said to you. Okay? What else can I tell you, Cooper the Pooper Scooper? I don't know. Said, yeah, we have mutual friends. I don't know how I don't support casual.
Oh, okay.
What?
So
What's this say? Let me see here.
Yep.
Oh.
Read that one.
I don't have the actual comments up on this one, but what? So Shay realizes that Cooper and her have a mutual friend, and Shay does accidentally not phrase it. She leaves out like a comma, and it changes the whole context of her statement. But it's like, I'm surprised we have a mutual friend. I think there was supposed to be a don't, and the don't didn't come in, and it said, I support rapist comments.
Yeah.
Shay is with him. When he hears somebody that he likes say that they support rapist comments, and she didn't, like, you could tell, because I think, like, the DOE was there. Like, she went to say doesn't. Like, it was obvious if you weren't driving, you would be able to catch what she was saying. And the whole chat did catch that and tries to explain it to Russ, but it really triggers him.
Yeah, I have a mutual, I can't say, I have a mutual friend. I don't know how I don't support casual. That person sounds like they're saying they don't know how they don't support it. Did I read that wrong? I hope I read that wrong. Yeah, I have a mutual friend. I don't know how I don't support casual. That doesn't sound good. So Shay, you need to rewrite that. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like you're saying, I don't know how I don't support that. That doesn't sound good. Amy, nope, I couldn't make it 5 minutes. I know. Michael says, show me the pooper scooper once. Yeah, well, we will. We'll get her in there. Daniel says, Cooper Scooper, because you spent 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Oh, it's going so fast. I'm going. Shayla says, I don't know how we have mutual friends. I don't support casual. Oh, okay.
She went and rewrote it and added the comma, and now, oh, good. Got you to do what I was asking you to do.
Yeah, but we need to keep in mind, too, and you need to say this because you have more experience with this, but even though she made that mistake, he won't let that go.
No, he is not going to let that go. He probably brought it up quite a few times. Like, I mean, you wrote it, and like it took a second to hit send after you had that type. Like, you saw what it said.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what I accidentally said on a live last night, but autocorrect did me dirty. Like, my ass should be canceled. It was like the perfect storm of who the comment was about. I went to say views. Views was not the word that came out, though, and I sounded like a Nazi. It was very bad. I got deleted so quick.
Did Pooper Scooper say that Shaylin had a mutual friend? Oh, I don't think so. Shay's a pretty good individual there. Denise, she meant that her and Pooper Scooper have a mutual friend. She isn't sure how, because she doesn't support. Got it. No, Shay is a nice person. She's a nice person. I got it. Sometimes Shay doesn't put commas and stuff. You know, I don't know what. Some people don't use punctuation at all, and sentences just run together.
Did you see him look at her?
Yeah.
It's kind of like I talk. I run together. I talk.
Well,
Shay says, one mutual friend. Okay. There we are.
So
we lost everybody. Oh my.
He hit a dead zone for like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody dropped out. And so I believe Cooper is gone at this point. Boston should be here anytime. When Boston gets here, we'll move to the Ben and Danny video.
Yeah, we lost them all. And dead zone.
Oh, I remember the
dead zone. Everybody went bye-bye. Oh, boy. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Susan, there will be one
Scooper
tomorrow,
leave?
too. There will be
Cooper
one
the Pooper
tomorrow,
Scooper?
too.
Lost them all.
Russ throwing shade at grammatical errors.
Dead zone.
Yeah.
Got the worst connection down here ever.
Talk to anybody about grammatical errors.
Let's see who pops back in. That was entertaining. I always like talking to psychopaths. So as I'm here, let me legally say everything I was saying was
I really
a
want to see
joke,
if I can get that.
not
audio.
reality. You know what I mean? But don't tell Cooper, the pooper scooper. Shh.
Got an idea.
All right, come on in. Come back. Come back. I'm going to get a pina colada smoothie. That's right, Shay.
Wonder how my phone was able to spite him.
That's right, Shay. 1,000%. It's just fun to see how far those really educated, wonderful individuals that we call the haters will run with what I say. I'm gonna get drunk again. I know!
Hey,
it's
Boston.
a smoothie. It's a pina colada smoothie. And it's so freaking good.
Okay.
Hey, Boston.
They have it
Why
on
did your
their
whole tone
secret
just
menu.
change?
Because
I've been listening to you guys, and you've been like all like
because I
high
was
energy, and then
I
hey,
was-
Boston.
I was thinking really hard when you popped on.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Hi.
I'm trying to get that. I want the audio to play from when we talked to Shay.
Oh,
So
hi,
I got-
twin.
Hey,
Thomas Darknell's my twin brother. I didn't know if everyone knows that or not. I'm trying to read your name, Brandon. What does that say? Donald's P. Slugworth?
yep, I thought I'd change it up.
Trying to get if that means anything, but hello,
It means nothing.
that guy, Hillary, Miranda, Monsieur.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for that audio because it won't
That
let me
stinks.
share it.
That
I
stinks.
did. I checked, but that is not an MP4 video, so it doesn't.
But we have. I mean, it's saved in 2 different places.
No, I know, and I checked the
Oh.
file doesn't match what I can open here.
Did you check private chat?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at it. It says MP4.
Oh, maybe. Oh, because it wasn't up when
Hi, Susan.
I checked right when you said that you did it.
Hmm.
So I don't think it was
Export
loaded
as a
yet.
video. Oh, that's a good idea. Just
Perfect.
make the audio play over still image and export as a video.
Yeah, but it's long. It's
Yeah.
long. But I got it. We're good. We got it.
Oh.
I don't want to play the whole thing. I do not want to do that because
Yeah, don't.
we'll use that later.
Well, which part are you gonna play though?
I have a couple of parts that I specifically want to play. Hopefully, Brandon is cool with it.
I was gonna say maybe you should ask Brandon because Brandon just said don't play the whole thing. So maybe there's
Well, no,
one
no,
where
I
it's
just-
like
I think it might be boring to
yeah.
the whole thing, but
Brandon is very good at asking questions.
Sorry, I got my camera. I'm still working.
To, he said he used hypnosis and all this. So I
Oh.
was curious
What?
Oh, that
he
was
does
you
to
saying
do that.
I'm still working.
Yeah.
And he gave me like vague answers and stuff. We never really talked. And then when
very
I
pretty.
reached out to him after Ben's video, at first I was just trying to find out, like, I was completely on Ben's side at that point. I was like trying to find out what was really going on, and is he like people say he is? And then I don't know. Once I started watching his lives and stuff, I just saw a different person than what I had been shown. And
So she's very supportive of him
Yeah, I
here.
have questions.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So first it sounds like, because I've heard more of this than what we're playing for everybody. She like had heard of McKamey Manor and then really kind of got into it more this year because she's followed Ben and Danny for a really long time, or at least Reckless Ben, and was like really into their stuff. But then she started watching more of Russ's lives and got to know him like as if like a positive, like that's a positive thing. I don't understand how anyone could watch his lives, especially after already having your eyes open through like a series that Ben and Danny put on, and then be like, you know what? I think he's a good guy.
This is who was with him at Trans World. We had talked to her, and I said I wasn't going to share this stuff as long as she didn't make comments about me or Brandon, and that lasted a day. I saw her in the chat saying stuff. So game on, because you said some pretty not so probably great stuff for Russ.
What started getting me more on Russ's side is like,
it's coming up.
Like Ben saying he tortures people. Okay, well, he's also saying he doesn't, and that nothing's real. So he's saying two different things. And then, you know, I'm not gonna lie and say people haven't gotten hurt at the Manor. I know there were. Like Rhett, for example, Russ himself has said that went too far, and that
Lori B and Jesse.
Yeah,
those were all pretty brutal too.
Yeah, I know a lot went too far, especially back in the San Diego days.
Right, but like,
and
because
you know, he's come to terms with that as well.
I think we should discuss that.
Yeah, do we want to hear just one more time?
Yeah.
Trying to expose a bad thing. That's what he does on his channel. And but then what started getting me more on Russ's side is like Ben saying he tortures people. Okay, well, he's also saying he doesn't, and that nothing's real. So he's saying two different things. And then, you know, I'm not gonna lie and say people haven't gotten hurt at the Manor. I know there were. Like Rhett, for example, Russ himself has said that went too far, and that
Lori B and Jesse.
Yeah,
those were all pretty brutal too.
Yeah, I know a lot went too far, especially back in the San Diego days. And
so that needs to be a soundbite that's just played over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because because Russ himself will never admit publicly and hasn't admitted publicly that he's gone too far and that he's like seriously hurt people. She names that. She names two of them, right? Or one of them, and then you start naming a few others.
Yeah, and then she said San Diego.
She specifically says Rhett, which that wasn't in San Diego, first of all. And also what bothers me, because she's not her saying the thing that turned her away from Ben and Danny was that she's like, so is it that he tortures people or that it's fake? And that bothers me because Russ uses that as a talking point. It's like she's literally taking that soundbite from Russ and just repeating it. And what bothers me is the level, and I'm sure she seems like a very sweet girl. She's defended myself and all people in general by saying publicly, at least, I don't know if Russ even knows this, but saying she doesn't agree with fat shaming, body shaming, you know, even though Russ does that to people. But the level of comprehension skills, like, why does it bother sorry, I'm not finishing a sentence because I'm really frustrated. Let me take a second to think about this one.
Okay. Do you want me to move on? Or
no,
good?
I thought about it. I feel like it takes maybe a not so smart person to not be able to grasp that it can be both, and that it is both, and that both things have happened, and that both things can continue to happen. And just because the really bad beatings were in San Diego doesn't mean that the things that were happening in Tennessee still weren't technically under the lines in many cases of kidnapping, or not kidnapping, being held against your will. That has happened over and over and over. We've seen it on film. It happened with Ben, for God's sakes.
Mm-hmm.
One of the last tours, okay? People being... And then there's that whole debate of like, well, it's not really torture. It's not really waterboarding. Well, we've got screenshots of them bragging about being better than Guantanamo Bay, and like articles where they're looking at torture methods and saying that they do these to people.
She doesn't seem to realize that these two things, they're not mutually exclusive.
Right.
I mean, I think for the most part what he does now is a complete and utter scam, but that does not take away from the shit that he did in the past.
But he can still be doing both. He can be doing the scam and torturing people at the same time.
Well,
right?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's yes.
Because the scam is so many things. It's the fake offer of prize money. It's the
we're going to get into that.
Of the haunt props and all that shit that's not there.
Let's play a little more.
He's come to terms with that as well. That a lot went too far, but as far as like torture, that's a pretty strong word. I haven't seen, I'm not saying I've seen everything, but what I have seen, I've seen the behind the scenes where he makes it look this way, and then it's actually, well, it was a smoke and mirrors thing. This is what they actually did, and
yeah.
But that also comes.
I'm curious for
sorry.
too. Like, what is she?
Was that you, Brandon, actually talking, or was that you in the thing? I can't tell.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
No, that was TV Brandon.
Okay.
Oh, you're fine. That also comes into play for like, people wanting to say it's a scam and it's fraud. Like I was understanding that point of view too, because it's like, you say there's these props and stuff. And so I actually found out some of the props that he was.
So I also, before we go any further, want to say this was on Zoom. It was recorded. To enter the Zoom session, you got a notification that you were being recorded.
Using are no longer safe to use because they got destroyed by weather.
Yeah.
They weren't put in place.
Listen to what happened to Russ's stuff.
That also comes into play for like, people wanting to say it's a scam and it's fraud. Like I was understanding that point of view too, because it's like, you say there's these props and stuff. And so I actually found out some of the props that he was using are no longer safe to use because they got destroyed by weather.
Yeah.
They weren't put in places where they wouldn't get destroyed. So for people's safety, he can't use those props anymore.
You've been saying that forever. What I liked about this phone call was that there were a bunch of things that she just validated that either you or Brandon or one of the ex-girlfriends have said in the past.
Yeah.
So her being very recent, having a very recent relationship of some kind with him, and saying that she's seen these things or had these conversations with him, I think it really is validating to everybody else's experiences.
I told her through text message, if Russ ever tells you nothing means nothing, please just get away from him. And she said we are far past that point. She
Which is really
knew.
sad.
She knew what that meant, what I was referring to.
But he doesn't want to go, advertise that. Like, hey, we lost half our props. They're destroyed, So he's trying to make do with like what they do have, make it more psychological and less physical, and so. But yeah, it was
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Keep going.
No, go ahead.
It was gradual, because I was very suspicious at first because I was like, wait, is this all just a scam? Is this real? Is he torturing people? Is he like what's real and what's not? And, over time he kind of explained each thing. I was afraid to ask questions, and the more I got to know him, the more I was able to like ask questions, and he told me like what was going on, and I was like, oh, so you're just letting everybody think
I'm gonna
this?
take his word.
And he's like, yep. which we're
Instead of
dealing with.
all these other people
He's not gonna
from your life.
he's not gonna just let people believe whatever is out.
What are they dealing with?
He's not gonna just let people believe whatever is out. The more I got to know him, the more I was able to like ask questions, and he told me like what was going on, and I was like, oh, so you're just letting everybody think this? And he's like, yep, which we're dealing with. He's not gonna just let people believe whatever is out there now. He's actually gonna back up what he's saying, show people things,
Right.
which
That's gonna happen finally after all these years. Yeah.
thank God.
So
Go ahead.
you mentioned the scam fraud things being fake and all that. So to
So weird
you,
hearing your voice.
like, and I know, like, it seems like the timeline when you came in, maybe that 20,000 wasn't being thrown around a lot at that point in time. But back in the day when it was, and you seem to know the behind the scenes of the stuff, then you know that there's no way to get through some of the stuff. Like, it doesn't exist, right?
Yeah, so
How do you feel that that's a scam to tell somebody all you got to do is get that key in rat race and then the clock starts, but that clock can never start?
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure how all that works because I haven't been there, but from what I've seen and what he's told me, number one, in the contract, it does, I know contract, it's not really like a legal contract, but anyway, he does state that, you know, you can't get through the stunts. Like, it lets people know you're not going to be able to win. Like, it's not possible to win.
Hold on. This was an important part. Go on.
Okay.
Go.
I just want to ask the chat, like, and they are being very respectful, but like, let's not rag on this girl. Let's feel bad for her. I feel horrible for her, because she is young, and yes, she's an adult. She can make her own decisions. She's making really, really bad decisions. I don't necessarily like what she's gonna say later on the video, but let's try to be as respectful as we can as a community and in chat to her as a person, please.
Okay, so this is one of those important parts. All you got to do is get that key in rat race, and then the clock starts, but that clock can never start.
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure how all that works because I haven't been there, but from what I've seen and what he's told me, number one, in the contract, it does, I know contract, it's not really like a legal contract, but anyway, he does state that, you know, you can't get through the stunts. Like, it lets people know you're not going to be able to win. Like,
Brandon, where is that at in the contract?
I don't think it is.
I
And I remember because I took notes. Like, I even have my notes from whenever we did that, and I was going to try to look for it, but he's had several different, versions of that quote unquote contract, and I don't think that's in there.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I haven't looked at it recently, but I've looked at it plenty of times in the past. I don't remember seeing any, unless it's new.
So it doesn't matter if it's new, right? The $20,000 isn't on the table right now. So whether it is now or not, when the 20 grand was on the table, that was not in the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my. I agree with you. I agree with you. It was a choice.
Yeah.
Do we know this? Because I didn't even think about that.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
That was days ago. So.
Okay. I'm just like we talked about that. So.
it's not possible to win.
Why does it say that in there?
I'll have to pull out the contract for you, but
like
yeah, as far as I know, he has, it's stated several times. But that being said, there are definitely some of the stunts and stuff where it's like, obviously you can't, like, he says it's not waterboarding. I don't know. I'm not an expert on waterboarding. But I know someone can't like lay being hosed with water forever. So
if this is her, if they are, I mean, if this is okay, let's pretend, because I don't know if this is her boyfriend. Who says like, well, I don't know if it's technically waterboarding or not. Maybe it is.
All right, I'm gonna skip a bit. We'll make a video of this so people can see it in its entirety.
Yeah.
But
it is very long.
I don't know if I should show the one part or not.
Are we talking about towards the end?
Yeah.
The part that's just gonna validate everybody
Should we?
who's been saying these things and has been labeled liars or sickos or horrible people for making up rumors.
Maybe-
What were you
that-
gonna say, Brandon?
I was just thinking maybe that should be its own thing. But I mean, I don't care either way. But
Boston, can we get through Danny's video quick?
y'all, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. What do you
Okay,
mean?
Brandon. It was good seeing you, buddy.
Which live is tomorrow?
Rise and fall.
Rise and Fall.
We're doing the Justin live in a half hour.
The panel, the 2015 panel, and some really interesting footage from like that happens right before the panel too. This is the year that I think both Ryan and Steve are there. I know Ryan's there with them.
Yeah.
All right, yep, so that'll be tomorrow. All right, Brandon, have a good night.
All right, you too, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
And me.
Oh, you too, Boston.
about you know, Ben and how everybody's kind of looking like the social media side and the website, and it's very
Are you gonna
it's a lot. It's it's a lot. But you know, McKamey Manor, but I was it's more of a personal thing. Like I am if the manor didn't even exist, I would still care about him. So it's like that's like secondary to me. A lot of what I'm trying to do is to help him. Yeah. Because there's a lot of things he's been afraid to talk about or afraid to address. And
is this the part?
like I told him, if you don't address something, it just gets worse. And so there's some things that, you know, there are truths behind, and, or, you know, people will take bits and pieces of the truth and that makes them believe all of it. And it's a lot. It's a lot. But you know,
will say, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I want to get this point out before I gotta go. I know when it comes to the accusations from the exes, when I was friends with them, Susan at that point had not come out, right? It was just Holly that had said that. And I was like, no. I think it was between the time between Susan and start of Haley, where Haley was really wishy-washy, was when he would call me and talk about that shit.
Yeah.
And just kept telling me to tell him that nothing means nothing, that it's okay that he's thinking about this stuff.
Yeah, it's been a very difficult thing having to, like, you know, he has something really horrible that happened to him, and
oh, I know all about that. And,
yeah, I know.
And it's a vicious cycle, and I get it. But then when Susan comes out and says that stuff, it's like, okay, Holly, who I didn't believe, said it. I've heard it firsthand on several occasions at that. But, and now Susan's saying it.
Yeah. I was concerned too. There was one night I had watched all of Ben's videos again. I had watched everything his exes had said. I got so overwhelmed. I started getting scared. I was like, what if I'm wrong? And and so, you know, I even contacted Ben at that point because I was like trying to figure out what was true and what wasn't. And then sure enough, that conversation came up the next day with him without him knowing, you know, what I had just heard and stuff. And then I found out, like, you know, about the PTSD and the OCD and, like, you know, the intrusive thoughts. And it just felt so sad that, like, you know, I've been traumatized too. So, like,
I'm not saying it's not sad. Don't get me wrong.
I'm not just talking about, like, what happened to him. Yes, that's horrible, but just, like, to have people you were close to who you, like, explain this to, and for them to just, like, not explain that there's, like, the OCD and, like, the PTSD, just be like, this person is this word because of these intrusive thoughts that, you know, you have from PTSD.
We've
and they just, like, you know, and he has gone to therapy, and he is working on, you know, trying to help himself with, you know, the intrusive thoughts and stuff. But
have you watched my Rise and Fall series at all?
I have not.
It starts at the beginning of, well, when MM first kind of got into the limelight, so it had been going for a little while, right? And it goes through year by year by year. And I do highlight the OCD and all that, and I talk about that stuff in there so that it's not exactly like what you just said. Going straight to the jugular on that.
Yeah, that's where it becomes hard. And, you know, even, like, people seeing me and him around each other, people making comments about, oh, he's with a minor, a pedophile, and all this shit. And I'm like, first of all, I'm 25. Yeah. Second of all, saying that kind of thing about someone when you're just using their mental illness against them. It's not that they are this thing. It's that they have so much going on up there, you know, as well as I do from, you know, being around him from years. What kind of goes on up there. And it's not like he's sitting there fantasizing and dwelling on it. It's like he is actively trying to get it out of his head and trying to, like,
the stories he told me he was fantasizing and masturbating to.
Well, and can I say something on this too?
And then it pretty much ends.
And then Brandon's like, well,
Brandon
right
was
after
like,
you said that.
Yeah.
And the things he used to make people do and tell, like, he used to make Carol do silly things, like exit in and out of the house when she got home however many times until he felt like he wasn't gonna go do something to a freaking kid. Like, this, yes, we acknowledge the OCD, we acknowledge the PTSD, we acknowledge all that. How could anyone say, yeah, but they're just thoughts? So I'm gonna date him. And I get a little bit of, like, yeah, maybe she is getting something from him that has been missing in her life, but I also kind of get this, not just with her, but with the other girlfriends. And I don't know how to say it in a way that's, I mean, I don't care if it sounds mean. But they're the kind of people that are maybe looking for somebody that they can try to fix, you know? You know, those kind of relationships where it's like, I can fix you.
Yeah. Well, I'll release that in its entirety. At another point in time, it's really long. There is at certain points where we just kind of get off track because we were trying to make her feel comfortable. You know, we're trying to talk to her, and honestly, I had no plan on showing the stuff. I like that we got our own validation at a lot of the stuff that we've been saying is true. I just told her that I wouldn't show it if she didn't talk about us, and then she went and made a comment on his live. So whether it was a little comment or a big comment, I'm going to stand my ground. I'm not going to let people slowly try to get one past me.
Well, and also for me, like the reason I was okay with it being shown is that hopefully it helps her at the end of the day.
Oh, I hope he
Russ
breaks up
hears
with
the
her
stuff.
now.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's going to break up with her now, so it probably did get her really fucking far from him. So, okay, we don't got a lot of time, but we got enough time to watch the wonderful movie premiere of Danny Burke, The Truth, Part 1. Are you ready for this, Boston? Can you handle 19 minutes of
It
this
was so hard to watch the first
masterpiece?
time. It was so hard to watch the first time. I'm sure pretty much our whole chat has seen it at this point, but like we have to talk about it's so bad.
Oh, we're talking.
It's so bad. And happy belated birthday. Yesterday was Danny's birthday, by the way.
First note on this is not
Adult language throughout. Why does he put film ratings on all of this stuff?
Yeah, they have not declared it. No, you are correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So
hello.
First off, he has covered up the trademark logo because we mentioned how that was against the law.
So, like, instead of getting rid of it, like, no, I still want it in there, but I'm just
It's
gonna
like
put
gotta be in there, but I gotta
adult
make
language throughout.
I gotta make it my own.
Yeah.
Like he could have put like a McKamey Manor where the R is, right?
Yeah.
Just an MM. That would have worked. But no, you just slapped on adult language. Jurassic Park ready with hearts.
Say Jurassic Park.
Welcome
What's with
to
Jurassic
Geriatric Park.
And then I don't think he knew they were hearts.
I don't think he knew they were hearts.
I think he
either.
thought it was just like cool glowing background thing.
Maybe he did know they were hearts, but he really likes that Danny was in his little stripper uniform dancing all around him.
Yeah. I got your message, Carrie, or we got your message, and thank you. I'm sure Chris will pass that on. I'm not in touch personally, but extreme personalized survival horror challenge attraction. How many words? Wait, can you rewind
Got
that?
you, Carrie.
Can you rewind that?
Okay, what am I rewinding?
His description of McKamey Manor.
Did you ever see the shirt when I had Hank? Me and Taryn, because he would put these long, lengthy things.
Yeah.
I don't remember. For his haunt. So. And it was like 50 words saying what type of haunt it was because of things like this. Extreme personalized survivor horror challenge attraction.
Attraction. What?
Hearts.
The haunt and movies are intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
I can't get this music with these hearts. These hearts floating.
And Jurassic Park. It's like a... Well, the question... I think I was listening earlier when it was you and Brandon up here, and I think someone in chat had said... Who's more manic this March? And I just realized March Madness, right?
Yeah, it's March Madness. It's a
competition. It's the final bracket, and it's down between Justin and Russ. You haven't seen this yet, Thomas? Oh, man, you are in for a treat. And I'm the one who got to break the news to Danny, too. Danny's living his best life in freaking Bali, Australia. And I sent a message late at night. I was like, hey, you got a movie. And he was psyched. He was psyched about it, so.
Hold on.
What's that noise?
Sweet. See, it goes so much better now, right?
It does. He should have just stuck with the Jurassic Park music.
We're helping him.
Hi, Trace.
Oh, what's up, Trace?
It does sound so much better with the Jurassic Park music.
You're welcome,
Although
Ross.
We're probably gonna get struck for that.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Well, we won't get shut off
No,
Like,
we'll just get a thing being like, you can't use that music.
you cannot use
Make
this
music free to the people, man. Stop taking music away.
You really don't want to do this.
But then
We
he
haven't
shows
been
like
checking
literally
for
no
spelling
haunt.
errors.
That's the weirdest thing is he gives all these warnings and then he shows
Nothing.
Danny in the front yard and I mean spoiler alert. The whole intro is like we're gonna see actual like crazy haunt footage.
Presents a film by Russ McKamey. Still on reality check. So wait, hold on, Russ. Hold on. Is this called reality check or is it called Danny Burke Truth Part 1?
It's called Russ Doesn't Understand Satire or Being Trolled.
Oh. Russie Poo Scooper.
Russie Poopy Scooper.
Poopy Scooper?
He loved saying that over and over again.
Part 1. Starring Daniel Burke.
Carrie, I know. As if
it's time to show you what these haters
are
all about.
I remember before I watched this, I was like, so what do they have? Could he possibly have that Kenny and Ben don't already have out or want out?
I assumed it was going to be the text messages with Kelly that weren't hurting in any way.
But those were already public too.
Oh, I know. Well, he doesn't have anything that isn't public.
That's what they're content creators, Russ. Do you understand that? Lydia, all of them. They're amazing creative people and they're content creators and what they make stuff to show people publicly and to get the views. And you're going to show it like look what these people are all about. We know what they're all about. That's why we love them.
They're all about love. That's what this says right there with all the hearts. They're all about love.
Okay,
look at these fingers.
Put it in back on. Okay, glad you're with us, Feezy. All right, let's keep going because I'm like spoiling the entire thing.
Yeah, well, you do that with every video. So
I know. I don't have my spoiler note up yet. Here it is.
3. Okay.
Spoiler. It says I spoil.
I get military time. Right. He bothers the fuck out of me.
Oh, that he's all Canadian with the date thing?
No, it's military. And I think Canadians do it too, but where's Nasty?
Europe does it too. That's military?
Yeah.
To put the date and then the month.
3 June.
Or British.
Ladies and gentlemen, the classy and is sophisticated spelled right?
I don't know. Sophisticated. Yeah, it looks right.
Okay.
Everybody, it's me, Russ, coming at you from the McKamey Manor. Yeah, I want to show you a quick little video about Danny Burke.
This is the intro to the intro, guys.
He's wearing the same shirt he was wearing in that live.
It's his new shirt. Brandon said that's what he's really excited about it. It makes him feel ballsy.
He's the other half of Reckless Ben.
The
two guys who've been trying to expose the manor and cause all that trouble and hate and discontent for the last 6 months, right? Well, I've kind of kept quiet about these guys, but it's time to show you a little bit of what they're all about.
He's kept quiet about
Here's a little piece of film about
a little piece of film.
Who tried to take his tour here at the manor. Now, it's interesting to know that there's only been 2 people in all these years here in Tennessee that we had to kick
This part's
out.
Crazy too. He's
one was
acting
that
like
Justin
as if he doesn't realize.
The one they call Wolf, who runs that really nasty hater page.
Danny
Manor Exposed, right?
Danny was there to troll you.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a real tour, bro.
Attitude. We all know what he turned out to be.
Justin tried and just sucked so bad that he had to get kicked out. He's including Danny in McKamey Manor lore now as like someone who he had to kick out, as if it wasn't all a massive troll on Russ.
He was trying to get kicked out.
He said that in so many interviews.
Yeah.
And what he wanted was for us to literally hurt him. He wanted us to pepper spray his eyes.
Wait for it.
He wanted to have hot sauce in his butt and his eyes as well.
And his eyes as well.
Right? I don't think he quite understands what the Manor's all about. His idols were the folks from the Jackass show, and that's what he wanted. He wanted to be hurt.
I remember 2019 when it got big. Somebody told him that Steve-O's agent was looking to get him in. I don't know if that was true or not. But he was so excited to possibly have Steve-O coming.
Oh, really?
And all I can picture is you had Danny Burke, who just destroyed you, right? If you would have had Steve-O, it would have been game over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, and also, if he was so excited about Steve-O coming, and, Danny and Ben are friends with a lot of the Jackass guys.
Right.
Who's the guy that does the podcast with Steve-O? He's
Zach
good friends with them.
Zach? Or no.
He has his own podcast, but they're friends with all of them. So wouldn't you think Russ would be like, oh, that's cool? I don't know.
Yeah.
The fact that he's trying to make
remove
this
him
there's something wrong with Danny is what gets me.
Danny would let me put hot sauce in his butt. My Danny would just have to get up
and allow it. We will pass that message. Hold on, let me take a screenshot of that and send that right now to Danny.
Can you add Russ's picture on that too? Where he's shh, don't see that.
Oh my god, that's perfect. Okay.
All right, send that to Danny.
Hold on. I'm just gonna do the group chat.
Just wasn't mentally okay to do the Manor. And that's really important. Safety is paramount, right? So I just want you to see this little clip of Danny Burke in action. And at the end, there's a little bonus clip from when Reckless Ben and his team, including Danny Burke, trespassed on my property. And it was just ridiculous, right? So you'll see more of Danny in action. So, yeah. Let's start talking about Reckless Ben and Danny Burke. But for right now, here you go, Mr. Danny Burke.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Mr. Danny Burke, the other half of Reckless Ben, right? Now, these guys have been causing a lot of trouble, and the question is, are they legitimate? What do you think? Do you think they're doing honest work? Are they really trying to help out the haunt community and so-called victims
Boston.
That they say that we have?
Okay, you're answering for me.
Well, for a fact, if you've been watching this movie, that they were told numerous times about real haunted houses that were actually really seriously hurting people. Brandon Vance's haunted house called Cata Silvas. He owns that. He's got the LLC. He's got the LLC to McKamey Manor as well.
Yeah,
just
he
as
does.
Reckless Ben
Pause
has
it.
the LLC for
please.
Huh.
So this is the intro. Before it was the intro to the intro. This is the intro which he's talking about Brandon Vance with Danny Burke's name up there.
This is actually the third intro.
Oh. I don't know. Chris. Look at the message that we just got.
Look at what?
The message that we just got. In the group chat.
Send him a link.
Can you send link? I'm talking. I'm making point.
No, I got too many things open on my screen. I'm doing it. Just talk. You ain't talking.
Okay, I'm
You're
talking. Well, now I'm
not talking.
Okay. So anyways, yeah, this is the weirdest. So that was the intro to the intro where it's Russ's face and the hearts because he pre-recorded it. And then that he was I gotta say something about that Brandon Vance who owns everything. So he just talks about Brandon Vance with Danny's name up with a gold silky background, which makes me think he's thinking about the Speedo. Because the Speedo was kind of silky. Not that I looked at it that hard, but But the point that he tries to make is that Brandon is this awful guy. He's the owner of this haunt, Cadus Silvis. But then in the next breath, he's like, and he's also the owner of McKamey Manor. and Ben owns McKamey Manor in California. It's like, right. So you just proved your point. Like, they own the LLCs. Brandon does not own and is not running a haunt that has been closed down for years. We all looked at the Speedo Boston. Thank you, Carrie.
So yeah, this goes on for 10.
He just like negates the point.
Third intro. So we had the opening credits, then we had his intro to the film, and now we have his intro to the intro of the film. Like, okay, here we go.
Will you pepper spray me right now? Can I keep going?
I don't want to pepper spray.
Oh,
Well, that sounds fun
welcome,
too.
Adrian, welcome. Since you are now a member, you get an honorary video, and you may want to turn down your headphones because they are sometimes very loud.
And they give me anxiety because they never know what it's going to be.
You never know. You never know.
Traditional skateboarding.
No way.
That's it.
What was that?
I know. We got somebody here real quick.
We have a special guest.
Oh my god.
You had something to do with this.
I was
No,
just
never, ever.
Never, ever?
Never. I've never had anything to do with anything ever.
Did you send Russ that secret footage that no one's ever seen of Danny in his front lawn asking for hot sauce up the butt? Was that you?
No, I mean, that's on the internet.
Right? Like, and who put that on the internet? Danny, right? And
Yeah.
Ben. Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
So-
it's like, I guess Russ found it and he's telling everyone about it, like exposing them.
That's crazy. It's almost like they weren't trying to hide it.
Right.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Huh.
So have you watched this video?
Yeah, I watched it. I wish I didn't, dude. That's like time that I'll never get back.
Right? 20 minutes. This is the second time we're watching it. And
Dude,
it's a little fun to like break down, talk about the Jurassic Park font, you know.
It's so long, and he just says nothing in the entire video.
No, he doesn't. Besides that, Danny likes hot sauce up his butt.
He's like,
Which
they're on my property and they were trespassing. And it's like, okay.
right. But then in the next breath he puts a whole thing being like, the police came and they didn't even take their names or do anything. And it's like, right, because they didn't get in trouble for it, you jackass. Like,
What is he talking about?
when the police came.
Yeah, they took our everything.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he said, but then he's like, the police don't really like me here.
Yeah.
Like he's basically saying you guys didn't get in trouble. The police didn't care. They didn't even take their names or anything.
Right.
What?
You could see both our life and his, that the police were on his side. They're
Yeah.
like, gotta leave.
Yeah. Well, I
They're
mean,
like,
it
"You
was
don't
his
care about your-
property.
You gotta get the fuck out of here. The police were on his side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What
But
is about?
you could
Well,
kind of tell.
But he
Don't
can't
lie.
play victim.
I could
Well,
tell from that video
didn't
the
wanna
police officers were like, this fucking guy again.
Yeah, the police didn't be there for any of it. They were just like, you guys gotta
Yeah.
leave. It'd be a fucking problem. This is taking time out of our day and we have shit to do.
Right.
Which, fair enough. We were just being fucking whatever. And that's another thing. Like, I don't think Russ understands what trolling is.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't get Lydia, because at the end of this video, he does the Ben and Lydia thing too, and he's like, look at this Bible.
That was all Lydia.
That was Lydia, I know, but
Yep.
she was so mean to these podcasters, she had to get kicked out.
And
They
it's
called
like,
the police on her. She was so mean. And I'm putting in comments like, do y'all, like people agreeing with Russ? I'm putting comments like, do you realize what podcast this was? And like what the conversation was right before this happened was literally these creepy ass 40-something-year-old men trying to argue with women that like it's not weird for 16 or 18-year-old girls to date 40-plus-year-old men. And the women were giving reasons why it wasn't okay. And they're like, well, law of consent. Law of consent. It was creepy and gross. And then Lydia came in there with her stuffed raccoon and her fake drugs. I'm guessing they're fake. I don't know. And gave it right back to them. She's a goddess in my eyes.
Who knows if they were fake? Who knows?
Who knows? It's up for artistic interpretation.
The only buddy that knows is Lydia, and that's all that matters.
And probably that raccoon. The raccoon probably knows.
That raccoon, that was a real raccoon. He was just high as fuck. Yeah.
He is such a boomer. Oh god. Do you want us to stick around while we review this shit and make fun of it, or are your eyes gonna bleed watching it for the second time?
Let's just fucking do it, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to just. Okay, what about we put hot sauce in my butt? Oh God! Steve was my idol. That's what he does.
I don't want to
hot
see your butt
sauce
first
in
off.
his butt.
Well, you want to look,
And I don't want to put hot sauce.
okay? Can I put hot sauce in my eye?
No. Danny, listen to what you're saying, my friend.
It's just fun stuff. I don't know what I'm trying to get scared, but this is all stuff I've done before. It's fun.
Okay.
I was trying to be a part of Jackass. That's all I want. So I wanted to like do something else. So I was like, what's something they haven't done? I don't think any of the Jackass guys have done that can be married.
I
Well,
can't
let's
get over the
recap. I know we just
captions he's
started,
putting.
but
Pause it. Go back like 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah, right there, right there. He's done this things before.
He's done this things before, and it's fun. See, Russ agrees.
He can't fucking tell, dude. This dude's going senile. He's a 65-year-old man next to a fucking teenager on the internet.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
I love that Ben's just like between them both, just chill as fuck.
This is why we have to screen people. Now, didn't you guys all get screened?
Yeah, kind of, but it was just like not well at all.
No. He doesn't say that they're good at it. He just says that that's why they screen them. But it's funny. How many of you guys got past them?
4?
I know.
4.
Okay, I'll give a little bit of credit on this one. He probably knew about Nathan right off the rip. I'll say that. He probably knew Nathan right off the rip, and they did fucking get us by sending us to,
A
Huntsville.
different state.
Whatever. That was funny. We all thought it was funny. We were like, damn. He kind of got whatever. But then we're like, we just know where he fucking go there anyway.
Right?
But
we know where he lives.
like they all completely believed my story.
Yeah.
100% they believed it. They still
sad. He looks a little heartbroken when he found out that I think that Jackson guy had some. That's why he said it so many times.
He believed your story all the way up till 20 minutes after you left.
Yeah.
He's like, was that Jackson guy part? His mind exploded.
Yeah. I know. That's exactly what it was. His brain was like short circuiting.
You can see the
Oh
smoke.
my gosh.
Everything.
But I also can't imagine that through whatever screening process you guys all had, I can't imagine, honestly, like, and I know he acts or whatever as like different characters in these series that he does with Ben and whatnot, but like, I can't picture Danny being anything other than Danny.
He wasn't.
Right? So I'm sure in his screening he was like, I love crazy stuff, man. And, but now he's there and like he's being told to crawl around on the ground. He's like, give me the crazy stuff. So apparently you didn't screen any of these people very good, Russ.
Yeah, they didn't screen me well enough at all. And I even fucked up like 8 times with my story. They just didn't catch any of it. They didn't
catch any of it.
And I was like, okay. Like, I guess you guys are just stupid. You guys are as stupid as I thought you were. Cool.
All right, let's get through this because we got a couple
Okay.
minutes and then we gotta hop
Yeah.
off and go to another
And
live.
start talking shit about someone else.
Yeah, we're gonna start talking shit about Justin next.
Oh,
Yeah, because law enforcement would shut me down in 2 seconds.
These guys just don't get it. McKamey Manor is not the Jackass show. The Manor is a very mental experience.
It's just a show about
It's
a jackass.
theater of the mind. It's where you're going to live out your
Theater of the
own
mind.
survival horror
Also, I
movie.
don't think the
It's-
cops care if you put hot sauce in someone else's butt.
Yeah.
Do they? Like with consent?
Safety's
what?
pretty-
Would the cops care? Because he's like, the cops would like shut us down if I put hot sauce in someone's butt.
no.
No.
Especially in Tennessee.
Yeah,
Right,
they
I
don't-
feel like that happens all the time.
Yeah, you put all sorts of things in butts in Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, when we went out to the bars after I was doing stuff, there was stuff on my butt.
That's good.
You're like, there was stuff up my butt when I was doing the tour. It was still up there.
There's a whole thing going on about me having pumpkins in my, lady parts.
Oh,
So-
really?
Because you told everybody and you said you didn't know how to get it out. So
I was in character. But
Or
now it's
were
like
you?
everywhere.
or were you?
Boston loves pumpkins up her vagina. Like, what?
All right, let's save that for the real
Where's
talk.
the skate?
Okay.
That comes later on. It's like, do you not hear
Nobody's gonna tell you.
contract not real then? Yeah, it's real, but it's
you,
later on.
But you read
This is
it
boot
and you
camp.
see all these traps
Okay,
and stuff.
I'm done talking about it.
Because there was stuff in the
Danny,
contract
stop.
that didn't seem
Danny.
This has only happened a couple of times. Once with Justin, which you'll see his tour
No,
here
you
as
cannot
well,
compare them.
and now with Danny.
No.
Safety has to be paramount. So here you go. Here's a little extra bonus of Danny doing what Danny does.
Oh.
This little stunt of
This is
his
the best
took
part.
place the second time they trespassed.
I think you're
on my
included,
property.
Jackson, in the rest
And
of
like
their
I said
crew.
earlier, I actually had to call the police to remove them. So what Danny is doing is he's pretending to be a police
No.
officer. Unfortunately, the real police, when they came out, didn't even ask who they were, didn't take their name or anything. They're not fans of McKamey Man.
Megan, call him now.
Woo! Yeah, Daddy Russ.
Yeah, Danny Russ.
Got it. Okay.
I am not a cop.
Let him know now.
Legal. I'm a stripper.
Off the property now.
Shows the clip where it says,
Got it? Off the property
I know.
now.
He just the first thing is I'm not a, and then Nathan like, like Russ is playing this.
Oh,
as if
Jackson, you're
people-
muted. We can't hear you.
no,
Or
I'm not.
Maybe
No,
you're not
it's
muted, but you
so
were
when
cutting
he
out.
tries to talk when a video's playing or we're talking, it cuts you out for some reason.
Oh, it cuts me out? It might be because I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you sound fine when it's not us or them talking. But yeah, the fact that Russ is playing this as if like people aren't gonna crack up and be like, wait, who's Ben? Who's Danny? What's going on here? I need to follow these guys.
Yeah, thanks for the try.
Right? Exactly. It's like the only people that would watch this and be like, oh, what horrible people are like in nursing homes, dude. And no offense to people in nursing homes.
No,
like,
dude, they got the lead paint stare 100%.
Yeah, Nathan acting oblivious is cool. The camera just goes to Nathan and he's like, what?
You guys are going to be,
Right?
you guys are really blowing it. You know that? You're really blowing it. You're really blowing it.
I got a rat in my pants.
I got a rat in my pants.
Right now, you gotta count them out loud. You got it.
All right, there you go. The charming, wonderful Danny Burke. Let me ask you, would you want that guy trespassing on your property or around your family in general?
Yep.
Would you want Ben hanging around you guys?
Probably.
Yeah, really? There's some people who actually think they're just so flippin' cool.
Yep.
You
They're
still
pretty
think
cool,
they're
yeah.
You still think they're pretty neat? Did you see the TikTok video I posted on YouTube?
I did.
Check it out.
Mhm.
It's just a couple of minutes
Watched it.
long. It's going to show you what Reckless Ben is all about. So watch it, and then you tell me if you really think these guys are some high-quality individuals, or you think maybe there's some issues to be found with these two, right? But again,
are those hearts?
Yeah.
People love
Yes.
them. They're scamming folks. They're manipulating folks. They're lying to people. But I guess you kind of have to look at if somebody's buying into their garbage.
At least his teeth are the same
what's
color
that
as those
say
hearts.
about them, right?
They lied to me. He said he was a stripper, and I didn't even get a lap dance. He's not a real stripper.
And think he's just, wow, these guys are the best. And
Yeah,
they're
I
out
think they're pretty cool.
I'm not kidding you. So anyways, I just want to show you, this is the first part.
Yeah, it sounds like Russ is talking about himself.
Check out that little video with Reckless Ben. Very eye-opening.
It's eye-opening.
The fourth intro.
Oh, it's eye-opening. It's eye-opening.
He looks amazing. Bonus Reckless Ben true TikTok video. Do you still think these guys are cool?
He's just hating the same shit.
Everybody, it's Russ coming at you right here from the McKamey Manor.
Oh, shit. We're going to get to this after that.
By the way, it's been a while since I've been on
Thank you.
TikTok, so this is new. I wanted to show you a wonderful little video about a guy named
He just had an intro to this.
Schneider and all the folks that, he's a part of. It gives you a really good idea, this little video, of what good old Reckless Ben is all about. And if you don't know what he's all about, man, you've been missing all the goodies. So he's been, for the last
his heart thing ran out, and he had to have more come up behind.
Like, gotta redo the heart.
Me. And he's just been a real classy, really good kind of guy.
Do you think I think maybe his new girl made this for him?
Wink.
Yeah,
so
she might
I
have.
want you to watch this. Someone just sent me this little clip, but it really will show you what good old Ben is really all about. What a wonderful, classy guy. And be prepared. I think we should make more videos about good old Reckless Ben, just like he's done about good old me, right? So if you like to be lied and manipulated to and scammed, you are going to love Reckless Ben, right?
Well,
here.
and it was a photo shoot. It was art.
So watch this video.
It's art, man.
And just tell me and be honest with yourself. Is that really the kind of guy that you think is a really cool dude and just really
And his
all there
current girlfriend has like drawings
So, be honest. I know what
of
I
like a
think about
naked
things
lady
like that, but
hugging a devil.
all right, everybody. So enjoy the movie and a lot more.
What are you going to be outraged by?
Set up a photo shoot where you put a Bible around a man's genitalia.
Yes.
What was the point of that?
Oh, to promote the Bible.
It was to promo the Bible.
Yes, I feel like kids these days don't read enough books.
I mean, come on. It doesn't get better. It can't get better than this. Adam and Eve were nude, guys. They're in the Bible.
Why is he trying to do like Purple Rain?
Yeah, I don't get what this thing feature is. And then that, like, ugh.
Hey everybody, this is Elvira.
That photo's 2+ years old. It was a photo shoot. Lydia's got some really cool photography. Like, she's a model, right? She's got stuff, but then I think she also takes photos too.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know them better than we do.
Guys, the Tennessee Tooth has struck again.
Yes, he is. So I got a couple real quick things because we do gotta get over to our members only live. I have pinned in chat. If you want to go and join us for our Real Talk, you can get the Real Talk tier. It's $4.99 a month. You just gotta click that YouTube link and you can come hang out with us. We're going to talk shit about Justin Wolfstar for a
Who
while.
also pays us $4.99.
And he pays us $4.99 to hear us.
Talk
what
shit.
a cuck, right?
It's really,
That's like the definition of a cuck.
It's kind of.
But also, Beezy became a
She is
member
hot,
again.
hot. I have a major crush on Lydia.
So BZ became a member again, and we got a video just for her.
I am the man who
Hold on, guys. I gotta
I'll be the hero you're dreaming of. We live forever, knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love.
You guys can't see Jackson.
They couldn't see you.
He's like,
what the fuck is that?
All right,
It's
I got
bad.
so it was
Yeah,
nice.
thank you so much.
Hey, it was good seeing you again, buddy. Thanks
You're
for
welcome
coming out.
anytime.
I'll join one of these another time. I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
All right,
please
sounds
do.
good.
Anytime. Have a good night.
Take it
All
easy, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So to anybody
Wow,
who wants
It's been
to
a
join
long
us,
night already, and we've got
anybody that wants to join us, we're going to take about a
5. That's it. Okay.
10 minute. 10 minute.
10 minute.
10, 17.
We gotta give the people. Think about the people. Like, oh well, I guess they can pee with their phones.
Yeah,
Some people are against
pee.
that.
They're moving all around. People are shitting while they watch us.
That's weird to think about. Can people put a 1 in chat if you've pooped while watching?
No,
us
not
ever
here.
before?
Not here.
And
Not
a
here.
2 in
Save
chat.
that for
No, the
real
reverse. 1 in chat if you've peed while watching us ever before, and then a 2 in chat if you've pooped while watching us ever before. It's just for science.
Okay. All right, guys. So come find us on our Real Talk cheer. The link to join is pinned in the comments. So we will be going live in 10 minutes. 10 minutes from now.
Thomas gave a 0. I don't believe that, Thomas. Oh, Brienne's
Oh,
1 and 2. Oh
Thomas,
my gosh.
a 0. She
don't
didn't
believe that.
even. She couldn't, because of this being on a public live, couldn't even tell you what a 0 means. You sick person.
Oh.
All right, guys. Have a good night, and we'll see some of you very soon.
In
Bye.
10 minutes ish.